Hey guys, this is War Machine 395 here with a video review, this time of the HGUC Bawoo from 2002. Alright, so, I said earlier, I made a red one. You saw the completed picture video of it as well. So I said I wouldn't bother reviewing that one, but my little brother has one too. He just finished building it in the last couple days over the vacation, so I'm helping him with that. So I'll try and review that today. So, right here. So, here it is. We'll do this just a second. There we go. That should help a little. Alright, so, to start, we'll go accessories. It comes with three if you include the shield. Alright, so the beam rifle is 2 parts sandwiched together, and then another part on the side over here. That little cable sticking out. Alright, 3 parts. Then the hand I just leave on there because you don't use the hand for anything else. And the yellow stick, that is a beam saber. Alright, so it's an older high grade, so we'll give them credit for that. It's 2002, and because I mentioned the shield as an accessory, and I need it off for there anyway for the rest of the review, I'll show you it now. So it's one solid piece of gray plastic, and then you have a smaller gray piece that goes on the underside of the shield with a poly cap in it, and then you have that part that clamps onto the arm. Just like that. It's pretty good. There's kind of details on the underside if you look close. There's also those annoying circles that show up on plastic sometime. Well, it's better if it's hidden on the underside than on the front, right? So, from there we'll start with the Bawoo. On this kit I used just one of the stickers. You get 3 optional mono eye stickers, so you can pick which one you want. There's one that puts it to the center up, and one that puts it to the center and down, and then there's one that puts it off to the left or right. You know, you can just kind of flip it over depending on which side you want, right? So I got this one. You can see where it's just pink, right? And the head can move forwards and backwards. It's on a solid ball joint, like it doesn't have any neck movement, right? So it can rotate, but that's about it. And only this far, because the collar gets in the way, right? So just like that, it's as far as we're going. Alright, these shoulders, depending on how well you get the backpack out of the way, you can rotate them 180, right? And the arm can come up this high, so 90 degrees to the body. That's pretty good, right? And it can rotate below the shoulder, assuming you make sure you keep that part of the way. And then the elbow can make 90 degrees to the upper arm. And the wrist is on the usual ball joint, though it is kind of at a funny angle to start, so it gets this far and kind of rotates as usual. Alright, at the waist, you'll note that because of the transformation, it doesn't have any movement at the waist. So just separation there, that's what it does. Alright, so side skirts, which are also, so those come out, and they can rotate. They're pretty stiff, full 360 if you like. The front skirts are together in one. They're just a straight bar across, so you can't really separate them. If you're a pro, I suppose you could do it with relative ease, but I'm not. So, from there, the side skirts up, we'll show you. The legs can go to the side this far. They're basically a peg system, by the way. So it goes peg out to the sides on both sides, and then there's a poly cap in here set on a hinge. So they can fly out to the sides, and they can rotate below the hip. And then, because of these legs being transformable, you basically get the full 180. And I'm about to have a cat problem, I think. So hold just for 1 second. Alright, so as I was saying, legs get about a 180-degree bend, or nearly so, depending on how far you can get them out of the way of the back skirt. It's kind of oddly shaped, right? And it doesn't move at all, so you gotta work around it. And beyond that, well, we'll do it this way now. You get a little bit of bend in the opposite direction too, for the upper leg, just because of the transformation. Alright, and then put these down again. Alright, so ankle. You get a side to side. You can close the toe down. Or actually, sorry, the heel is the one that moves on this. It's kind of an odd thing. So the heel moves, and then you push that up. And the ankle guard moves down to meet it. Alright, so it's on a ball joint in there. You can see it. Sort of moves left to right, and it's got a hinge here as well. Alright, so overall pretty good, especially considering the age of the kit and the fact that it's transformable, right? So, without further ado, I think it's time to transform this guy. Or, sorry, my bad. We're going to do a size comparison quickly. Alright, alongside the Gym 3, which originally premiered in Gundam Double Zeta. Alright, so it's around the same time. And then my own custom Bawoo, which as you can see has bulked out a little more. We'll widen the frame a little. That's as wide as it's going, I guess. There we go. Alright, so you can see the gym is about the standard 18 meters tall, whereas the Bawoo with its head spike kind of stands quite a bit taller. Beyond that, they're about on par for size. Alright, so we will now be moving on to a quick transformation of the Bawoo. Alright, so we'll pull these over to the side. Alright, and closer look at the manual here, just to make sure I'm doing it right, even though it's a really simple transformation. Alright, so the first step, you just make sure you remove all the accessories from it. Alright, so no shield, nothing on it. Alright. Alright, so basically you rotate around here, lift that up so you can see. And this green part, which looks like it has thrusters on the inside there, thumb and forefinger on it, just pull that up to meet the rest of the backpack. And then the lower half just slides out. No problem. Alright, so you're left with this part and then this part here. Yeah. Alright, so then I'm just going to set this down. It's making a nuisance out of itself. Alright, so then the nose cone from the plane flies up like that. Arms rotate. You can remove the hands. Pop here. Pop here. These shoulders move down to meet the rest of the arm. Keep it all rotated nicely like that. And we'll widen the frame again. So clearly got it too narrow. Alright. Now, then the backpack is rotated up and you move the wings down. Alright, and there we go. So you push the head down into the chest as such. So and that pushes a lot of stuff around down here. Now this gray piece, I accidentally pushed it in while I was talking there. That is originally out here like this, so it backs this green cockpit part and makes the whole chest look solid. Alright, and then the arms, sorry, this thing's annoying me. it's a little floppy during transformation. Just twist down the side. I'll do it again so you can see it better. This gray piece in here just flops down. Very simple. Alright. And then you rotate the wings. Just like that. And the missiles are rotated around as well, so that they're facing forward. Or sorry, this way. That should do the trick. Alright, so that's where you start. Then you take your shield, make sure this nice gray part here is all the way down, and then you just pop that in here underneath those tanks, and it sticks out to the back like that. Alright, then there's one more part. You take the rifle, try and get it out of the hand here. Alright, and then you have this interesting looking peg right here, and that just slides on, just like that. Alright, so it puts the rifle off to the side a tiny bit, but it looks good overall. Oop. So it's a little floppy post-transformation, but it's still pretty good. There we go. Head's all the way down now. That's better. So that's it. Transformed. The top half, anyway. We'll now move on to the bottom. It should be quite a bit simpler. So for this bit, you just lift the wings on the side skirts. Twist, twist. Feet rotate out to the side. Just like that. Or am I doing it backwards? Nope, that's right. And the ankles fold down. Fold that down. Front skirts, just like that. Oh yes. Is that right? Use that reverse bend a little bit more on the upper leg. Something like that. No, I'm not quite getting it right. There we go. That'll do. Like I said, it's a little floppy. It doesn't come with any of the locking mechanisms we see in any of the more recent transformable MS. So, given that, I don't think I would ever display it like this anyway. And I can't think of anyone who would. It's kind of weird. So anyway, that's that. So in the end, you've got this almost cool looking top fighter and this really weird looking bottom fighter, a yellow stick, and 3 hands. Alright, so overall it's a pretty good kit. I would recommend it. It's an older high grade, so it's kind of what you expect along with that. Thanks for watching, guys, and have an excellent day, and see you next time.